Walked an artist, dressed in plain white, no glitter, no costume, no props. Just a canvas beside them, a few buckets of paint, and silence. The judges exchanged puzzled looks. Was this going to be another ordinary painting act? How wrong they were. The music began, slow, haunting, beautiful. Every beat was like a heartbeat, every note telling a story. The artist didn't start painting right away. Instead, they began to move. With every swirl of the arm, a splash of color hit the canvas. The movements weren't random, they were choreographed to perfection, blending dance and painting in one breathtaking flow. Soon the stage transformed into a storm of color and motion. The artist was painting not just with brushes, but with their whole body, hands, feet, even the rhythm of their dance added emotion to the art. The audience could feel it. Every spin left a trail of paint that seemed to float in midair, every gesture spoke of passion and pain, chaos and beauty. Simon leaned forward, his eyes wide, while Sophia whispered, "This is incredible." No one could take their eyes off the canvas, or the artist. It wasn't just art. It was storytelling without words, emotion without speech. Halfway through, something unexpected happened. The music shifted. From gentle piano notes, it exploded into a cinematic crescendo. The lights flared into a rainbow of hues. And the artist, now covered head to toe in color, took a deep breath, and spun across the stage, throwing paint into the air like confetti. But this was no random explosion. As the audience gasped, the splashes formed something stunning, a massive portrait emerging before their eyes. From what had looked like chaos came the clear, powerful face of a woman, her eyes filled with sorrow and hope. It was as if the artist had painted emotion itself. By the final note, the canvas stood complete, a masterpiece born in just 3 minutes. The crowd erupted. Standing ovation. Screams, cheers, even tears. The judges couldn't believe what they'd witnessed. Heidi was the first to speak, her voice trembling. That wasn't just art, that was poetry in motion. Howie added, "You've turned painting into performance. That was spiritual." And then Simon, the man known for his brutal honesty, simply said, "That was genius." The artist bowed, tears mixing with paint on their face. It was a moment that no one inside that theater would ever forget. Even days later, clips of the performance went viral online. People called it, "the art that danced," and, "the soul on canvas." Fans around the world flooded the comments with messages saying how the act inspired them to create, to express, to feel again. But what made this act so unforgettable wasn't just the art, it was what it meant. Every stroke on that canvas was a piece of the artist's story. In interviews later, they revealed that the woman in the painting represented their late mother,